Alright then. Get the actual game going. If I can remember where I was. Alright. We got the entirety of the Tower of Flame done. We got the Soldier's Rest. Let's just go to Unseen Path. So general rule of thumb for this game is just always go for 30 adaptability. Like, this is probably the most stiff Dark Souls game as far as handling goes, but I actually really enjoy, like, the combat's tighter than the other two games, and I kind of enjoy that. I enjoy each game for its own merits. I think they're all great standalone titles. Definitely gonna need to get that poise up. I'm gonna try to get the Ring of Giants as soon as I can. Hey, guy. Yeah, this will be a major frustration if I don't. I need a shirt. You need a teacher. Yeah, it looks like nobody's gonna pop in today, but I'm actually less bothered today than I was yesterday. Because for today, honestly, I kind of just want to play the game. I was just in the mood to play some Dark Souls 2.
I thought that might be you. The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused?
I need somebody to get me a bone fist so I can do some real kung fu.
Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you.
Thank you, BB. We're gonna do the, I was debating whether or not I wanted to do the summon quest lines, but I think I'll do the summon quest lines.
I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to... Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope that they are.
Huh, she took it. I never understood that. Sometimes she takes the mask off early.
I'm sorry to burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days. I'm sorry.
I just found that really interesting. Sometimes she'll take the mask off early. Oh yeah, useless. Completely useless. Dog. Yeah, I have no poise right now. I really ought to be upgrading these pants. Alright, switch on over to life gems. Uh oh. Hey, bud. Man, I sure gave that table a mean knock. Ass durability system, god damn it. Durability systems in games are rarely fun. I think the Dark Souls 1 did it best because it was like, it was an insistent need, but it wasn't like an immediate function. Like, it was something that just happened over time, and if you were consistent and just like thought to repair your gear every now and again, you never had to think about it again. You know, you just pop into the repair box and you're just like, oh, you know, just fix these stuff up with a few souls and then we're good. But it's like, in this game, it's like, oh fuck, oh shit, how long am I gonna go before I need to hit another bonfire? Went back to playing Dark Souls 3 today, and I was like, ah, man, the lack of poise really sucks. I mean, the lack of poise right now also sucks. Feels bad. That's why I need a shirt, and I need to upgrade all these. Alright, I was covered in oil. Ow. If I can get the first hit off, though, then I can do fine. Ooh, that was almost bad. He almost killed me. Oh, this is a bad room. I don't want to be in here. Hmm.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What? With Gavlan, you will, you deal. Gavlan with...
Alright, only one weapon that I trust. Oh, you know what? The Varangian cuffs might actually work. Let me check this out real quick. Oh, you know what? These are perfect. They don't exactly, since they're like studded, they don't look exactly like the hand wraps he wore in the show, but like, they're cuffs, so they look really good. Yeah, these will do just nicely. And then I know what we're gonna wear in the chest, on our chest. I just I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, you know what? There's a silver serpent ring too, which would be perfect. Hang on, let me put that on. Ah, all right. Now we're getting somewhere. Silver serpent ring's really good because we want to get these levels up as fast as we can. I missed the Royal Soldier's ring. I forget where the Royal Soldier's ring is. Here. Alright. Some more throwing knives. Strong. Nice, some Titanite shards. We can use that to upgrade the gauntlets. I might save the pants though. Because I'd rather use the Faram boots for the final pants, but we might end up doing that anyways. And then, what's our current equip load? 17%? Oh, well, it sounds perfect for the Royal Soldier's ring. Actually, let's do a life ring. Our maximum equip load's not even high enough to really make it very worth it. We're gonna go back to my jeweler real quick. So yeah, I was kind of just in the mood to play the game. So even if there's nobody here, I'm fine with that. Just want to play the game. I miss selling all these to the Shrine Handmaiden. It makes it go so much faster.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's start reinforcing the Varangian cuffs. Alright, now we need 3 for each. Alright, decent. Let's see. Alright, so this one has 0 poise and 0 poise. Perfect. Damn it. Shit, we really need poise. Let's see if we can buy a new pair of pants from Molin. One with some poise, hopefully.
Oh, I've stopped living.
Alright, he's got new stock. 0 8 8. Alright. Thanks very much. Do come again. Well, it's something. Got that long boot fetish going on. I like big boots. Doesn't look as good, but we need the poise. That's the only way we're gonna actually, like, survive this run. Hey, Ronin. Yeah, I did, because it's a weekend. And I had nothing else to do. You're my most consistent viewer. You never miss a stream, dude. Yeah, I started streaming today kind of just because I had nothing better to do, and it's what I wanted to do. She's got a really interesting moveset. She has like she has an alternative moveset for her sword. That's a great sword, and you ordinarily swing that, like sling that over your shoulder. But she actually swings it one-handed, like a straight sword. It's really interesting. She's got a unique moveset. So the reason I summon Lucatiel, I usually... the stream went... I started the stream and then it went down almost instantly, but then I got it back up. Ah, that's what happened. Ah, no worries. Just doing some Dark Souls 2. Ah, alright. That was weird. Yeah, I thought you were talking about what happened to the stream earlier. Yeah, that was a you issue. So, you ordinarily wouldn't get summons, but the reason I'm summoning Lucatiel is because I'm doing her quest line. And Lucatiel's quest line requires you to summon her. There's two characters whose quest lines require... Three characters whose quest lines... No, just two. Two characters whose quest lines require you to summon them multiple times. But rest assured that if it's not for their quest line, I won't summon them. Alright. The biggest problem we're going to have is a lack of poise. If I find something better than the Varangian cuffs, like something that looks similar to the Varangian cuffs but is better, then I'll do that. But like right now, these are the best cuffs we've got since Ken wore cuffs in Fist of the North Star. I'm trying to see if I can get one of my friends who also has the game on PS4 to get me a Bone Fist, since that it's basically a weapon that gives you Kung Fu. But no such luck yet. Dank fruit. Alright, this area can be particularly difficult, this first spot right here. So you gotta fight the pursuer while he's got like a bunch of dudes on you. Alright, 2.4 points. Hell yeah. Nice. Don't have an Estus for this trip. Alright. Ronin must have dropped his connection again. Wonder how Nigerian internet even is. Oh, you're here? Oh, so you must have heard that. Yeah, I'd imagine. Alright, okay, I think I can actually... Hey, you knock it off up there. I think I can make it easier on myself if I do this. Oh, that was perfect! Please don't do that. Uh-oh. Alright. This is an actual pain in the ass. Non-stop. It's terrible. This whole bit's a massive ordeal. Because, like, the hard part is you have to dispose of the... Wow, I have 23 of these already. My goodness. I'm just stacking these things up. Yeah. The annoying part is that you have to dispose of the pursuer while simultaneously trying to juggle all the other monsters in the vicinity. I got one more firebomb. You know, I'll get the... Alright. Stand a dog bite now. Alright. This game actually encourages you to use your tools, though, very well. Like, it very much encourages you to use fire bombs and knives and all manner of helpful tricks. Okay. Easy money. So that move curses you if it actually hits you, but it's like it's telegraphed from a mile away, and all you have to do when he does it is get right behind him. Nice. There's another Twinkling Titanite. Sweet. Cool. Gotta refresh on my flasks. Alright, cool. That's honestly one of the hardest parts of this area, is getting through this initial stage. Ah, sweet, common fruit. I love it. These guys are going to be a pain with bare fists. They die instantly, but I can't let them get close. Alright. Ah, what a pain. me see. Yeah, still 0 poise. Right now, this is the best pair of boots I got. Ah, shit. Alright. Greetings! What? Lobos mind blank. Oh, you know what? I actually knew this was here. I just keep forgetting. Poise is your ability to take a hit and keep moving. You ever see, like, notice that when I take a hit, I get stunned and I can't move for a little bit? That's because I have no poise. So when you take a hit, like, if you tank a hit and keep moving, it's because your poise is decent. Kind of like iframes, but you're not invincible during them. You still take damage, but you can keep you keep moving through them. So my iframes, like my actual iframes, are through rolls, and your iframes for rolls are increased by adaptability. And that's an actual mechanic. Which is why I always get 30 adaptability, so I can have consistent roll iframes. Yeah, this is a very different Dark Souls from the other ones. Alright, there's a fragrant branch. Hold on to that. Alright. Got a good ring. This is the ring I've been looking for a while. That was fun.
Still a bit stiff, I'm afraid. I must thank you.
So who's here anyways?
I am strayed.
Is it just you, Ronin?
Sorcerer of sorts. A guest for a very long time. But I don't think that anybody will misspeak. Very good. Very good indeed. Cursed one. Weak you may be.
Oh, it's no big deal. I'm actually feeling alright today. I just wanted to play the game.
How long was I sat petrified? Long enough for the old kingdom to have crumbled, I see. Why didn't anyone wake me sooner?
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna start this next dialogue.
Rang Lake. I've never heard the name. Is that what they call this place now? Very good. Very good indeed.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry for that brief interruption.
For a prison within this land. Of course, you came of your own free will. The people fear the cursed ones like a plague. Some people would rather keep dreadful things out of sight, out of mind. In the end, they've swept Once people became aware of their own frailty, they seized anybody they found undesirable, cursed or no, and empowered here. Whoever posed even the slightest threat was removed, all so that they could sleep better at night. They even turned the great strain into a stone. Many kingdoms rose and fell on this tract of earth. Mine was by no means the first. Anything that has a beginning also has an end. No flame, however brilliant, does not one day splutter and fade. But then, from the ashes, the flame reignites, and a new kingdom is born, sporting a new face. It is all a curse. And it is your cursed flesh that will inherit the flame.
He's a fun dude. Oh shit. I need another fragrant branch. Nice work. Alright, I'm lacking a fragrant branch to unfreeze that dude. Well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to Majula. We're gonna buy some stuff. I really like this menu system, by the way. Because just the blocks are really really easy to navigate. And it feels really good on the PS4's D-pad. So, Molin upgrades his shop by buying stuff from him, so that's why I was buying armor I'm never gonna put on.
Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, he upgraded. He's got the Alva set now, and now he'll sell me boss armors. Which is what we're planning to put on next. Oh wait, I can go back to the tower apart. And now that I bought that that fragrant branch. Yeah, we're making quite a bit of good progress today since since I got the character creation done. You know, it actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, the only thing is the lips look a little weird, but besides that, it turned out pretty decently. Oh, of course, dude. Hokuto ga Gotok? Dude, I'm all over that. Honestly, I don't think I've been this excited for anything else in ages. Besides Monster Hunter World. Oh, and since the Dark Souls remaster got announced. But yeah, I usually don't get excited for games anymore, but that one definitely looks... It's my thing. We're gonna have to kite these guys. But yeah, I'm really excited for Hokuto ga Gotok. Because it's made by the Yakuza guys, so you know the combat's gotta be good. And it's gonna be an open world. So it means it's gonna be like, you know, helping, like, quests where you help, like, you know, the dirty peasants in the wasteland. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, absolutely. Dude, it's basically gonna be a Yakuza game with, Hokuto no Ken skin on it. Absolutely. I think I'm gonna enjoy the quest line. Do you think they'll do the main Hokuto quest line like they'll do the original story? Rin and Bat are going to be in there, so... And Toki and Rao and Jagi. They were all in the trailers. That fucking sucked. I'm not getting enough time to pop the Estus. Alright, last Estus. Ow! Good enough. That's a fun fight. It's good, like, you know, because you micromanage all the different parts of the boss fight. There's actually, hidden walls in the boss room. Dream Arc story. What do you mean, like, Dream Arc story? Oof, missed that. Boom! Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, they might. Because Ken's not going to be the only playable character. Because I know that they showed off Toki. They showed off. Who was the guy who was like his best friend for like half of the fucking arc with Rao, where he used the Hokuto Rekusei, and he was it Hokuto? I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I read the manga, but it was the dude who used his fingers, and he was one of the 6 other warriors that was trained in the South Star style, besides Shin. And he hung out with Ken for like most of it. Ray. It was just Ray, that's what it was. Yeah, because they also showed off Ray as a playable character. Yeah, him. He was also in the manga. He was there for like a majority of the entire Rao arc. But yeah, they showed off multiple playable characters, so what I'm saying is, for the story, they're probably going to try to find excuses to let the player play multiple characters. That's the point I've been trying to get at. Let me look this up to make sure I've actually got the right guy. Shh, spoilers. Honestly, I don't care. Nobody's here, so you can spoil it to your heart's content. But yeah, Ray was honestly one of my favorite, like, side protagonists. And I'm sure, yeah, and they're definitely gonna make Toki a playable character. And then I know that they showed off. Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah. Ray got himself killed, so, Ray got himself killed, and Ken felt really sad, so he learned the ultimate Hokuto technique out of his sadness. I remember that now. Yeah. Because he died for Mamiya. But yeah, they showed off Ray and Toki as playable characters. And then they showed off Shin, Jagi, and they presented Shin, Jagi, and Rao as definite enemies. But I'm not sure if they're going to be... I hope they're playable. That'd be cool. But they definitely showed them off as... Ken is always sad. But I mean, he got even sadder. That's literally the entirety of Hokuto no Ken, is Ken gets sadder. He's got a very big nose for such a thin head. Have you ever noticed that? Like, Ken's nose is proportionately very big to his head. I wouldn't care for a PvP mode. It's a Yakuza game, so they're probably not going to do PvP. I think they'll do some sort of online functionality, but I don't think it'll be PvP. I think it'll be like leaderboards for minigames or something like that. But they showed off like minigame shit. Like, they showed off a lot of minigame stuff. Like, they had a thing where Ken's working in a casino and he's got a tux. Now, I don't know what that minigame is, but that looks like a lot of fun. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Okay. But yeah, I hope that they make the villains playable too, because I definitely think Rao would be really fun to play as. Not so much Jagi, but that's just because I don't like him at all, like as a character. I mean, he was an alright villain, but like he was a copycat villain, and I actually don't think that was very interesting. Like, I usually like copycat villains, but in the case of Hook was, I'm actually you, Ken, and then he doesn't actually... But the thing is, nobody can be Ken. So it kind of spoils the fun of it when the copycat villain isn't even nearly as good as the protagonist. Oh! Oh no. Yeah, I actually haven't finished the second half of Hokuto yet. I'm getting pretty close to the end, but I got through the complete first half, which is the half that everybody knows and recognizes. But I haven't finished the second half yet. Agent, and he was weak as shit, but he was hella fun to use. I mean, to be fair, the first half is what everybody recognizes because the first half is Ken versus Rao. That's what the whole entire first half really is. Because all the bad shit that's going on in the Wasteland up until that point was Rao trying to conquer the Wasteland. See, I think Rao's a really interesting villain because he's like, all this anarchy was actually just a setup for me to take over so I could become king and bring peace to it. I find that to be a really interesting motivation, that all the anarchy he was allowing to happen was just so he could come in later and kill them all. Kill all the bad dudes. Lucatiel, what are you doing? Alright, Jesus. So, like, the Ken versus Rao storyline is what everybody recognizes, but the Isle of Demons half is, like, it's good. It's really good. I'd say it's as good as the first half. It's just that it's not as recognizable because you don't have characters like Toki and Rao. Toki is honestly my favorite character in North Star. Yeah, I feel that. So I'm not gonna lie, Fist of the North Star is actually the manga that has made me cry the most. Like, there is nothing that made me cry more than Fist of the North Star. Oh yeah, dude. The scene between Toki and Rao, the final battle between Toki and Rao is so sad. Like, the moment when Toki started crying is when I started crying. Because it's like, even though nobody died during that fight, the fact that Toki couldn't keep his promise to Rao was so sad. Gotta get her summon sign to come back. That's honestly what it is. It's just like there's such a wide range of emotions, but it's like it's very manly emotions. But the fact is that it's emotional nonetheless. Yeah, dude, I got you. It's like, it's just so well written. The moments, the way they're executed, the way they're written and executed is so good. Because it's just a moment that feels very raw. It's just raw emotion. It's enough to make you cry a lot of times. I'll get around to that sometime. Did you ever see the Hokuto OVAs from the early 2000s? That OVA trilogy was super good. I forget the name of the villain in that one. I actually watched the English dub of it, and I think the English actor they got for Ken was really, really good. And I read somewhere that in the Japanese version, the original Japanese version, the guy who played the villain for the OVAs is actually one of my favorite Japanese musicians, which is Gakta Kamui. He's a really, really good J-rock and J-pop musician. He does a lot of stuff. He's very prolific. His music's amazing. I have his whole discography. I can't believe I forgot his name. Well, the stage name is just Gakt. Seiji, thank you. I think my favorite moment from that OVA series was when the one dude, the jailer guy, freaking Seiji hits his pressure point, so he starts freaking out because he tells him he's gonna die. So he goes and kills a bunch of dudes, and then he comes back and Seiji fixes him, and then Ken punches the door and hits the same pressure point and kills him. The dude's fucking face pops off. That's so good. Like, the way they animated that dude's face just popping off was hilarious.
You need help?
Yeah, it was freaking hysterical.
Thanks.
Also 0 poise. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It doesn't even look that good because it's got a neck manacle. I don't want to keep going without chest armor though, but we need these exposed arms, boy.
Look. Are you sure?
You have that isn't.
Alright, we got a lot of souls, so adaptability, bit of vigor, bit of vitality. We're gonna go for 30 vigor and like 25 Wait a minute. I've been leveling vitality instead of endurance this whole time. I'm such a dipshit. No wonder my stamina's so low. Oh, son of a bitch. We're gonna have to fix that. But yeah, that Hokuto no Ken OVA, I remember watching that, and I remember thinking that was so good. That's how I got into Gokta, is actually originally watching that, and then I bought his, yeah, I acquired his whole discography. I bought some, found others. Japan's very notoriously bad with getting their music outside of the country. No, actually. Sounds like a good recommendation. City Hunter, huh? Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, you know, he's a really surprisingly prolific part of Japanese culture, but a lot of people outside of Japan don't hear about him. But he's a really big part of their culture. Kind of like, Takeshi. A lot of people hear about Takeshi, but like nobody actually. A lot of people outside of America don't really hear too much about him, or outside of Japan, in America, outside of Japan. Also speaking of manly anime, Takeshi Kitano, I mean, kind of old now. He's gotten really old. Trying to remember his last name. Yeah, Takeshi Kitano is a big part of their culture as well, but like no, you don't really hear about him very much outside of Japan. He played freaking Aramaki in the American version of Ghost in the Shell, which was really weird because he doesn't know English, so he was the only Japanese speaker in that movie. It was freaking weird. It was such a stunt cast, but it was still fun to see him. Hey dude, you gonna come down from there? Okay, thank God. Thought he was gonna be stuck up there and I'd have to use throwables to get him. Yeah, no, I meant Takeshi Kitano though, not Takeshi Kaneshiro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really weird seeing him in the American version of Ghost in the Shell. Felt very out of place. Ironically, for it being a film about Japanese characters. I don't know. That movie was very strange. There was just a lot of red flags about that movie. It wasn't terrible, but... Oh, it's not a manga. Have you seen, Netflix's Castlevania? That's a good one. I can't wait for them to do season 2. Season 1 was only 4 episodes. It was such a blue ball, honestly. Fucking sucked to get all that way. I still need to watch, I need to watch the second season of Voltron as well. But I haven't had access to a Netflix account since I'm living at college now.
There.
Alright, so that's the Lost Bastille completely done. Where to next? Is the question. Let's go get an early head start on, trying to remember what it's called. Shaded Woods. Yeah, this is Lost Bastille, Shaded Woods, Iron Keep, and the Gutter. Those are the 4 starting areas. It really is. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I only saw season 1. I was all over that because from what I had heard about it before I watched it, it was very reminiscent of the classic cartoons from the early 2000s, like the older Justice Leagues and Teen Titans and stuff like that. And so I was all over it as soon as it came out, because I was like, this is going to be exactly like the cartoons I remember from my childhood, and I wasn't wrong.
Have you missed the way under is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue? Heavens above. Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof. I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen around these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you? See that statue? Gives me... hey.
Just gives me the willies. You don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
What? Didn't think you had it in you, pal. No. It's not like it sounds, no.
They don't make
It
good,
was
like,
a pleasant sort of,
Americanized
satisfaction.
shonen cartoons anymore. Like, that was a whole big genre back then. Like, it was just like, you know, Americanized shonen. Like, Teen Titans. The original Teen Titans is, like, the one that always comes to mind. Or, like, Ben 10. The older Ben 10s. Ben 10 and Ben 10 Alien Force. Like, those two were such a good, like, Americanized version of a shonen battle anime.
But I'm here to help. I am in your debt. It's a true man who honours his debts, and I'll see mine paid. I swear it by my ancient sword. It's a...
I've been... give me... oh, a moment, please.
So she's actually, this girl, her coughing's pretty fake, but overall she's a pretty decent actor. She's a very good English voice actor, because she was also one of the main characters in Xenoblade Chronicles. She also played Fiora, I'm pretty sure.
I'm fine. I think... No. I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me. Oh, you're that traveler. I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy. So perhaps you could consider this my thanks. I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags. I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life. But just look at me. My clothes are in tatters. Do you have any clothing that you could spare?
Let me look this up real quick.
Whatever you don't need. I'm not particular when it comes to apparel. Anything at all will do. Just put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
Karina Reeves. A lot of video game stuff. Final Fantasy XIV. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Dark Souls 2. Professor Layton. Xenoblade Chronicles. She's done a few things. I hope to see her in more. She's pretty decent.
I have my very own teacher. His name is Carillion of the Fold, a famed sorcerer in Melfia, our hometown. I was fascinated by sorcery, and so, well, he's so unique, you see. When he set out for Drang Lake, I couldn't let him go alone.
Yeah, I mean, I was early 2000s mostly, but very similar principle.
I'm afraid.
Like, 'cause we had, like, the fight cartoons for the boys back in the day, but then we also had, like, the Hanna-Barbera stuff. Dude, honestly, what inspired me so much, both as a fan of many things, as a fan of anime, as a personal enthusiast of Japanese culture, in some aspects, and as a person overall, I was really, really inspired by Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack did so much for me as a kid.
Thank you so much. after I change into this, I'm heading for Metula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord. But perhaps Metula is my best chance.
Honestly, like, one of the happiest moments of my life now as an adult was seeing Samurai Jack get a proper conclusion. Even if the ending was really kind of eh. Yeah, like the new Adult Swim season is really good, but the time they were limited to 10 episodes, so it concluded far too hastily and ended up kind of cutting its own legs off with a really shitty ending. But the fact that it's an ending is fine. I'm happy that it ended. That's all that matters. Like, the final season has a really strong start, but then it just kind of ends with a, that's your lot, mate. And it's like, okay. If that's how it's gonna be, then I guess that's the ending. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Kids Next Door was a good one. The thing they never teach you is that nothing happens. It was an entertaining show. Dude, nobody even fucking remembers Megas. Honestly. Nobody remembers Megas, but it was so good. I mean, just the concept. Like, this dude straps a fucking, like... He straps his fucking car to a mech. And he drives the mech with his car. Like, that's just such a good, like, concept for a show. Oh. Yeah, dude, Megas was the shit. I mean, one of the reasons I like it so much is because it's like it's a variation on the classic. It's a variation on the established classic mecha anime sort of vibe. Like, it takes the formula and it's like, yeah, but what if it was some doofy American in his fucking car? Like, he just hooks his hot rod into this thing. And I love that idea. I love the idea of, like, taking an anime and being like, okay, but what if a really, like, doofy American dipshit did this? It's like you take an anime and then you apply the fucking Jackass formula to it. That's what it is. You take an anime and you just apply Jackass to it. Oh, I went the wrong way. Still just have the one large Titanite shard.
I like it quiet. Leave me be. What business have you here, traveller? You may call me Vengal, if I deserve a name in this sorry state. 'Tis rare to flap these gums. This is pleasant. Long ago, I was hired to defend the kingdom. I remember a long, brutal fight, and then somebody killed me. Or so I thought. I came to and found myself like this. I don't know what explains it, but it's not so bad, really. Now I watch the days go by and gaze at the night sky, thinking of the finer things, far removed from war. I'd grown weary of battle, but did not realize it until now.
No, don't know what that is.
I know not what brings you on this journey, nor will I deign to ask. You may bear a great burden, don't we all? I prefer to stay my distance. But I want to warn you of something. My body. I see visions. My body, headless, raging without me. My body wielding my sword, a sword forged only to kill. My body will show no mercy. If you see the wretched thing, stay far away. I learn new things every day. Things never learned in battle.
By the way, this is actually one of my favorite Dark Souls characters ever. Just a head on a pile of rubble.
If I can help you, if you require something, do speak up.
Just, he's really interesting. I love his voice.
I cannot lie. Sometimes I wonder what's become of the kingdom. I was a hired hand, yes, but we soldiers stared death in the eye together. And for His Highness, I am afraid. But perhaps it's for the best. We knew not what we fought for. I was born in Feroza, a land in the distant east. When I was born, we were already mired in prolonged conflict with our neighbours. Eventually, our kingdom fell, our people scattered. I've been a sellsword ever since. All I ever knew was war, and I can imagine no other way to live. What a fool I was. I am grateful for these peaceful days. But such contentment lies only in the here and now. Why must life be so confounding? Thank you for lending an ear to my ramblings. Here, take these. I've no use for them. Go along and resume your journey.
Go along and resume your journey. He's got such a nice voice. I want his voice. I am jealous of his voice.
I cannot lie. I will.
Oh,
But farewell. I will retire to my silence.
I love that though, like just a wise old decapitated head. Yeah, it's just like, it's a wise old voice for a decapitated head. And then, like, he just gets knowledge from the stars. Like, he's super intelligent now because he has a galaxy brain. I love the concept of that. Like, he lost his body, so he just became incredibly intelligent by meditating for so long. That's such an amazing concept, and Bengarl is such an underappreciated character. By the way, hi Backpack, welcome to the stream. We got another sublime bone dust, so that's all we really needed from that. So how's it going tonight, Backpack? Oh, cool. For which game? Scholar Edition. Am I familiar with you from somewhere? Did you come from one of my stream recommendations, or are you a rando popping in? If so, then that's pretty cool.
Is that here to see, however?
Huh. So I was wondering if you're a VadiVidya patron, because for all the patrons on his Discord server, they all get links when I stream. Well, thanks for popping in. We might actually close up shop in like 20-30 minutes here, but I'm glad that you popped in nonetheless. Then were you just looking for scholar streams?
Bearer of the sea, lest this.
Ah, alright. Also, Scholar still has a PvP community, Omega Lol. And that's not a dig at Scholar. I love Scholar. I'm just joking around. No, I mean that was the joke. Although the Dark Souls 1 PvP community is gonna come back, that's gonna be fucking sick. Cause I'm an old school Dark Souls player. I was big on PvP in 1. Pretty decent in this one. I wasn't too big on the PvP in 3. 3 is actually my least favorite in this series. Like, I love all 3 games, but 3's like my least favorite out of all of them. It's the no poise issue. Like, the weapon arts in 3 are pretty neat. And I think the weapon arts are like one of the only things that adds depth to the combat. But like for the most part, it's like just a trade fest. You just trade with somebody and then roll back and chug a bunch of Estus. Also, the no poise issue really fucking grinds my gears about 3.
Go ahead. May the path offer your souls to the god.
I mean, but as a PvE experience, I enjoy 3. Even so. Yeah, I was big on Dark Souls 1. Me and my brother, we kind of like... In our teenage years, me and my brother, that was like all we would play. And he and I did a co-op run a few times. We're really close, and so we're really excited for this, because when it comes out in May, he and I are going to do a co-op stream. Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. I've played back in 2013, back as soon as it hit PC was when I started playing. As soon as Prepare to Die Edition came out, I got nothing but recommendations from my friends. And they're like, dude, come on, pick it up, it's only 20 bucks. And I'm like, ah, shit, alright. So I picked it up, and I fucking sucked at it. I was so bad, I had no idea what I was doing. And that's the thing, is that Dark Souls 1 has the most novelty, especially to veteran players like you and me. Like, there's just a certain novelty to it that's just like, it's irreplaceable. Like, no matter what people say about it, or how dated they say the mechanics are, or how bad the rolling feels since it's only in cardinal directions, it will never matter. It will never matter, because the novelty of playing a Dark Souls 1 campaign will always be fresh no matter how many times I play it. Yeah, and so my brother and I, we're very, very excited for the remaster, especially since it's going to run on the Dark Souls 3 password matchmaking, which is going to be so good. It's going to make life so easy for us. There we go. Yeah. I think mechanically though, 2 is one of the best ones. Ah, fucking dork moons. Dude, the legend will rise again. That's like one of the things I'm most excited about, is that the old memes are gonna come back. I wonder if Ole Afro is gonna start making videos again then. It's probably a far cry. He's probably just gonna stick to streaming, but that's just, it's a fun thought. You think so? I feel like his video days are done. Because, like, he just kind of stopped making them. He only streams now. Yo, like, for real though, he mega gay now, because, like, he dresses Trap in all of his streams. It's kind of funny. He cute, I'd do him.